already anticipating on my shit. We're about to be the assholes. So let me get out in front of this and let everybody know.
Yeah.
Good morning.
So that's hysterical.
That's awesome.
Hanging in there?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're not mad at me, man.
No.
I appreciate you
No way.
working me in. And
I can't tell you how many times I dreamt that last night that I woke up at 12:30 or 1 or something, you know?
Sweet. Well, then come to Hawaii, baby, because we do it every single night.
Dude, I am down.
Every single
I
night.
am down. And I tell you what, you know, social media machine for John Bud has kicked into gear.
For what?
Along with Max.
For John Bud?
That's his alias.
That's my nickname, John Bud. My friends call me John Bud.
Okay. All right.
But
We'll get there.
But yeah, documenting some of the experience, the clips Max got yesterday of us all drumming.
Yeah.
My father, 95-year-old, was just beaming. Anyway, I'll keep all I can, and
I'll be kicking your butt right at the level where your butt needs to be kicked.
You know,
Okay, no worries.
I appreciate
Okay.
you.
Are we going to the beach today?
Huh?
Punches the
Yeah,
envelope,
we're
baby.
going to the cliffs. Yeah. I'm negotiating with my neighbor, and everything is working out just fine. So
Yeah?
far. We're doing okay. But
Do you need me to
I didn't know she
negotiate
had a
with my
fresh baby.
foot?
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
Do you need me to negotiate with my foot?
You stay away from her. Okay.
I was just telling them,
She
right?
is a mother with a fresh baby, and you ain't getting anywhere near her with your attitude.
It's like
Okay?
a mama bear.
Yeah, Mama Bear, man,
Yeah.
you're right.
Mama bears are all
Okay.
the same.
So we gotta maybe bring it down a little bit.
No, we just take it out to the cliffs, and we'll do hand percussion in the morning sessions, which I plan on doing anyway, or trying to find a way to fit it in. I think that's a good way to do it.
Perfect.
So we're good. Everybody, we've got coconut water in the fridge. We've got hummus in the fridge, and the fridge is that little pink thing, and that's for the hummus.
Yes.
This is pineapple juice. We can open it up or put it in there. And this is for the break. Okay, so
How about inside with those now?
we can take it. You want to just take it inside?
Yeah, so it's fresher.
Okay.
I brought everybody gourmet donuts all the way from Denver.
Gourmet what?
Donuts.
How fresh it is then? Is it?
It's a day old.
Yeah.
Donuts stay good for more than a day.
They're special, Arthur. They're voodoo donuts.
Voodoo donuts. I'm up
They're
for it.
super special.
Yeah, all the cool people eat them.
That's true. I had 3 I brought with me, but I left them on the plane under the seat. I was so excited
Cool.
to pop out the plane. And
Yeah, right. I
down
eat
the
so
same
much
field.
shit on planes.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like.
You know
I
where
left a
Bolt-
fucking
you know-
hang can on a plane.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's
Yeah.
It's a $3,000 hang.
Yeah, and they shipped it to me like 4 weeks later. Sorry. Because that was
You know where Boulder Creek is, right?
Oh, duh.
Yeah, your buddy used to live there really up on the top there, mountaintop place.
What did you get your
Had some
name?
good times there.
the first
Really just
2
a
I got
little country
from
town
a builder in Australia.
hidden by
Oh, that's
trees.
right. Yeah, that's where they were originally.
Yeah.
No, I think they came out of Scandinavia.
Oh, strong.
But this guy just figured out a way to do it himself, and I was just like, I was backpacking around the country. I needed a way to make extra cash, so I bought a couple from him, and I would set it up, and I would play, and people would pay me a ton of money, and then eventually I would sell one. I'd give them virtual lessons for a month, right? So it turned into like a revenue stream. So I got to just travel and play and fuck around.
Very.
So, Arthur, you want to lock and load, or are we going to chat, or what do you guess? What
Oh
we
yeah,
want?
no. We chatted a lot. Chatting is for
Over.
whiskey time. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Chatting.
Even if
Can
we don't drink
Did anybody
whiskey.
bring up the idea of recap?
Right?
What?
So, one thing that we thought would really elevate our memory retention and learning,
Yep.
that we could spend not long, 10, 15 minutes each start with a recap of the day before.
We
Is
could do that.
possible?
I'm happy to do that. Not a
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
Not.
All right. So what recap from the last night.
Yeah.
You saw this picture.
Yes.
Right. Okay. This is back in the time when I had really well established myself with inside the Santa Cruz,
Well, speaking of
but
someone who
still
was
very,
there.
very early in my career.
Speaking of someone who was there, that was a very momentous time for Santa Cruz.
What was the
West
year?
was- That was the late '80s.
Yeah,
And
Harmonic convergence.
yeah, that's the time.
yeah, yeah.
And it was it seemed like pure alignment. Everything was alignment. Drums were on fire in this town.
You got 4 minutes. Start with the Stephanie story that got you introduced into this.
Oh, so I was a vagabond traveler, punk rock runaway from the East Coast on Grateful Dead tour, and I ended up camping out at Greyhound Rock, which is about 25 miles up the coast here, and that was my home because once I found the coast here in this area, I was not leaving. I knew that the food was here, I knew the rhythms were here, and all the teachers were here. So as far as tour was concerned, that's on pause. So I was here for the drum.
So he was basically chasing Grateful Dead and making a living by it.
Went off tour.
Well, because I was on tour pedaling, you know, I was a little hustler.
Yeah.
Right.
Shake
And
that
then
street.
I found rhythm there. I found psychedelics took me to the sound, and the sound opened me up, and then the drum was speaking to me from the lot. And so I just started diving in, and anybody who played, I was trying to figure out who they were, where they got their information, and all the people kept whispering, Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz, Santa Cruz. So I ended up in Santa Cruz. What's going on here? So once I found it, I posted. I'm not leaving. So I'm up there camping out, and there's like little hippie gatherings up there. People bring their guitars and their drums, and so there's these two sisters who showed up, Terry and Stephanie, and they're singing songs with guitars, and then they break out these drums, and these girls play. I was like, hell yeah, women who play, you know. So that really piqued my interest. So I met Stephanie there, and then I'm at some Grateful Dead show in Oakland. I'm still living on the coast. And after the show, I ended up seeing Stephanie again. My knee had busted out at skateboarding. Stephanie has a bum hip. She's limping around. So we identified with each other immediately. Hey, aren't you the person from the beach? Yeah. So we recognized each other. Next thing you know, I'm in her car, and she takes me home like a pet, like a stray dog. She's a senior at UCSC at the time. I'm literally just a 17 years old. So I ended up living with Stephanie for quite a long time, almost 2 years. But during that time, she was taking me up to UCSC because she was a protege of Arthur.
Already advanced.
Yeah. And so that's kind of how I ended up meeting Arthur, and kind of, I would just show up because nobody knows me from anywhere, but I'm after the information, completely after it. So I'm just sitting there like hungry as can be, I'm just like, ooh, can I get in on this? Can I get in on this? I'm just sitting there taking it. One day Arthur walked up and hands me the closet. Yeah. And that's,
This is Stephanie. That one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June Queen.
Wow.
Okay, give her a stick and a drum, and then step fucking down.
She's the boss.
Okay.
Wow.
Beautiful.
All right. Jesse Malunga. Go to da 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 go to boop boop boop. Okay. That really was the excuse to actually put the rhythm in your book because it wasn't. It was listed and it's marked, but I couldn't find it. Okay, I'm going, what the fuck? Okay, and so now you've got it. All right. But it also gave us the advantage of learning the spots in time and packages of notes and being able to put them together. And this is what this all is always going to refer back to. Because what this training is the study of the universal principles of hand drumming. Best that we could do in 4 days. Okay? All right? Chico. Bottom line, rarely do I put into a community drum circle anything that's culturally specific. Okay? I've just got too much respect for the culture. Okay? If anything, it's something that, Baba has taught, because it's, no matter what it is, from what culture it is, if it's brought here by Baba, that's a whole other story, really gleaned his information from people who he put into the Drums of Passion band. Okay? And the process with Baba would be, he would bring over a master drummer. The first one was Laji Kamarov, the man. the guy who for years was the major djembe teacher, a recognized drum djembe master. Okay, and he was most of the time they stay for 4 years, 3 years, something like that, and then by that time Bob has taught them how to survive in America as an African drummer. Okay, and then they leave, and he brings in another one, and so he learned from some of the best. Tito Sampa, my teacher here, Congolese, was his lead drummer for about 5 years in Drums of Passion as well. So God bless him, and at the same time, God bless his message. By the way, whose bottle is this? Okay, it's already probably warm. And so everything that he represents is less culturally specific and more universal principle. Okay, but Shiko is a high life rhythm, and it's so easy to set up inside a drum circle situation where people need some sort of foundation for improvisation.
And you said it's a what rhythm?
Huh?
High life.
High life.
What does that mean?
High life is, we talked about it yesterday. There are sacred rhythms that are the played by the drummers that are not allowed to be played in public. Okay, there are ceremonial rhythms, the connection between the leaders of that country, the kings of that country in those times, and the rhythms of the drums connected to the Yoruba style Buden or whatever, okay, is intermingled to the point where, like, in Santero, right, you don't get to see the real bata, right? It's sacred. You have to get your head naked to get to the level where you can do that. And I got very close to that level, and then I realized the commitment I'd have to make if I had my head naked. I went, no, thank you very much, as far as Asian was concerned, because it stops me from being the eclectic. Okay? Then the drummers, being drummers, would come out of the ceremonies and go into the city and play with each other, jam out. And of course, the foundation of what they were doing was the sacred rhythms that they're not supposed to play publicly. Okay? And so they would make arrangements of it, and then that stuff, which was called, had a number of different names once the instruments started getting involved. It was called Fuji music. From one particular, about 5 or 6 different names for what was happening, developing within the entertainment industry within West Africa. It became high life music. And then it started intervening with the Ashiko stuff from Nigeria was starting to intervene with the Pan Logo stuff. And so high life was created as soon as the guitars showed up.
So it's watered down God music.
Yes, but
Watered down?
watered down. I love that one. Watered down God music for party.
Yes, for the peasants.
Yeah, for party.
Diluted rhythms for the peasants.
Yeah.
Our third album.
Good. All right. So
Do you remember the name of the first two?
No, I keep I need to start writing them down.
yeah. So Ashiko is just a nice foundation as long as you set it up not as a culturally specific, okay, and you say that this is a foundation for you to explore and experiment. We're not doing culturally specific in its, you're not going to be wrong if you move a note around. In fact, we want you to experiment and add your own stuff to this, right? And so, what about this? Kun, 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 kun. And that's all you need. The whole drum fucking circle. And you go, all right, you're not listening to each other. Let's start with a foundation. Here it is. Now add a note. Any note, right? Okay? And then you keep adding more notes until you start, pick out the least important notes. And all of a sudden, you've set up a foundation for improvisation, and then they start listening to each other. Okay? It certainly works in Malaysia. Okay? If you go 1, 2, let's all play, nothing happens. They go, play what? Can you show us? You're the leader. Okay. Give him a foundation. All right. So it's a useful thing, and it covers a lot of aspects of what we were talking about. Haitian Bolero checks a whole lot of, okay? And at the same time, it's sexy. It's not in a hurry. It's not which we'll get to later, okay? And at the same time, when you take a look at it on the paper, which is an important piece right now, is that it's doing something that doesn't make sense because it's all in triplet. It's all in triplet except the last note, which brings it back to 4. Okay? And so it's playing against the pulse in a lot of different ways. Okay? As you would see it is in a 4/4 configuration, but it is 4/4. Okay? Right? But if it went you're in triplet form 6/8. So that was a really good introduction to this, that feel, the feel of triplet. Okay? Spots in time, packages of notes. That's it. Those combinations, and by the way, Rick Walker has broken it down, and there's only about 270 combinations of packages of notes, okay, and spots in time that make patterns. Only 270. I don't know the exact name. I'd have to call up Rick. He's down the street. You've covered all of the basic patterns that you will find in culturally specific music, as well as culturally specific drumming. It doesn't matter if it's drumming or music. The patterns are there. Okay? Frickin' genius. What's amazing is it's the cultural significance within that pattern. Like da 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 da, which is 3/3. Da 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 da. Now you're gonna find da 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 all over the frickin' world. It's one of those universal patterns that go along with the clavi. Okay, it's a different kind of clavi. But the way they do it in Haiti is certainly different than the way they do it in the Awe people play. And so the culturally significance of the universal patterns comes in how it's interpreted. So the pattern is still the pattern, okay? But in the Congo, they push it. Okay, they love that pattern because it goes. That's what they're doing. Pardon me, I expression. They're running through the jungle. Okay, so they don't want.
Right.
All right, they go. No, fuck that shit. We don't need an answer. But you're gonna find 3/3 everywhere. You're gonna find clavi everywhere. You talk to Kim Atkinson. Okay? He'll find clavi in a fart.
So,
It out to you.
so to pardon the phrase, it's like catching the train.
Yeah.
Like they're running through the jungle to these vibes and rhythms in them, and they're catching the actual train.
Right.
And they need to keep driving to get to the train.
Right.
To get where they're going.
That's a nice metaphor.
And then they get where they're going, and then they do a big celebration or whatever.
Yep. What's really interesting from my experience, I'm sort of talking like I know shit. From my experience, as far as the Congolese rhythms are concerned, okay, the closer you get to the coast, the mellower the rhythms are. The deeper you go up the Congo into the jungle, the faster and more intense the rhythms are. Okay.
sort of stands to reason.
Yeah. It's like the Zebula, right?
Yeah.
The Zebula taught by Titos and Malanga are different than a Zebula taught by other people, right? And it represents the different cultures where they're at. That's northern Congo Zebula, right? The Tartan runs this way with the green stripes and the purple, okay? And now the southern Zebula version, okay? We ain't that much of a hurry, so we got yellow stripes with green mixed in with the blue going up and down, okay? But it's still fucking Zebula, okay? The white boys get a hold of it, and we learn it from an African teacher that's from that region, and now we're gonna have a fight with each other about which one's the right one, okay? How stupid are we? We don't know.
I'm just along for the ride. I ain't gonna talk about what's right or wrong.
Okay. All right, good. 'Cause at my age, I'm done. I'm always wrong. All right. Three hand dances. Three hand dances. My God, it's gonna kick your ass as a student when you get in front of anybody that's got something to show you.
Would it be possible, if not now, to play like 3 minutes of, I'm a memory muscle experiential learner. Could we play any of those rhythms this morning?
Again, this morning,
Just a few minutes.
we can do that.
4 of them.
Yeah,
Just
I
a
made a
few minutes.
commitment to do hand percussion
Perfect.
early, and we can go through the itinerary that we did this.
Awesome.
Okay, when we go out to the cliffs this afternoon after the break, we will start with Conberto and move on to Vincent. Okay?
Beautiful.
All right, so we're doing 6-8 a little bit earlier in the group, but I think we're okay with it. All right? So the three hand dances are, once you start utilizing them, recognizing them, okay, in your learning experience from when you're sitting in front of someone else who's doing something that you'd like to learn, okay, it helps you get rid of the shaft, all of the cultural influence or the years of habits that this teacher has that they don't know they're trying to pass on to you. Right? And so it takes this out, and then you identify the universal aspect of what kind of hand dance is he doing. And that's going to help you rock the rhythm that he's trying to teach you way ahead of time. Okay? That's what you pay attention to after you, first of all, forget about where the hand goes when. Good, go pop, go pop, good, go pop, good, go pop, good, go, got, right? Forget about that shit. Okay? First of all, you actually look away and you hear and you know it's in between. It's always relationship to the pulse. So it's oh, it's a shuffle. Okay, I got the pattern. Now I'm going to look back so he doesn't fuck me up with his fancy shit. Okay, and then I see that he's going hand over hand. Now that you've got this, because normally people are not teaching you in the way that you as a student should be learning. They're going, oh, here's the rhythm, good, going, go, ga, go, when they should be going, oh, here's the rhythm, good, go, ga, good, go, ga, right? Okay, but by modeling the hand dance, knowing where the pattern is, okay, now you go, good, oh, all right, good, good. And then you start building it like that. While he's playing, good, go, ga, good, go, ga, right? Good, go, ga, oh, other side. And then finally decide that at this particular situation that I'm presenting to you, okay, it's two sides. Good, go, ga, good, go, ga, good, go, ga, good, go, ga, good. You're locked and loaded. Not only do you learn it faster, but you own it. You have ownership of that rhythm that you're learning from that person quicker.
If I can highlight something like that.
Right.
It's about listening
Yep.
and
All right.
being able to say it back to yourself, because it's that process of going through you. And then once your hands know the vocabulary, then you can literally just say a rhythm and actually fluently speak with your hands.
Right. If you can sing it, you can say it, right?
And that's how you just pick them right up.
Yeah. So, as far as the training is concerned, once we get out and set up on the cliffs, each one of you will take a drum and go out and spend 10 minutes away from anyone else doing the train. Okay, because we did the concept, we got the concept, we know what the train's about. It's about learning the circuitry between when your hand touches the drum and where you're going to go with your next hand and how you're going to change the circuitry of that. Okay? But when we're doing it in a group with a bunch of guys, it's a pissing contest, right? And so, yeah, you're going to go do a 10-minute train meditation out on the cliffs before we fully hook up. Haitian Bolero, Chico, Jesse Malaga. We're good. We got that going. Okay, so let's go find Pan Logo Bells. It's in the back. I think I've got a new way of organizing this without numbers, and then later on, okay, when this is only my second course this way, and it's a combination. Song of the Forbidden Bush, you know we're going to do that. Okay, it's a combination of elements from the level 1 university classes and the level 2 university classes. Okay. Pan Logo Bells. Page, I don't know.
You have some
Page 27.
No,
Would you like some?
no, it's all greasy and shit, and then I don't get the burn.
Yeah, that's the entire point of wearing
Stops
sunscreen.
the burn. I'm trying to die of melanoma.
Then I will not get in your way.
I don't know. We might want to slow the process a little. We're not done mining him.
Too much. Fuck all you. Okay.
Oh, I'm going after now.
All right.
Thank you.
Beaters.
Not supposed to say it out loud.
Are the beaters inside or they're in the